enough of me talking this shit. Cause like I said, I'm just gonna sit here and talk all day. Like I said, I ain't really nothing to talk about. All right, chat. Here's one I want to watch. All right, chat. Let's get the first reaction of the day though. Let's just get the stream started. Stream is officially started. On the grade. What up, YouTube? I'm Gray. It's your boy Tynowolf. Follow your boy on Twitch, by the way. It's Tynowolf, man. We taking over this shit, boy. Chirac Demon in this bitch. Look though. Alright, check it out though. The rapper that threw his career away, Lil Mosey, folks. And my mama like Lil Mosey. I don't know why, but she like Lil Mosey. But she'll probably call his ass Lil Mosey, knowing my mama. Yeah, Lil Mosey and some shit. Me personally, I never really listened to Lil Mosey. Like, he was never like, oh my god, nigga, I'll bump. I only fuck with like 2 of his songs. His most popular song, obviously, so Fago. And what's the other one called? Notice. Yeah, Notice. There's only 2 songs I fuck with Mosey, but it ain't like I be bumping that nigga on the regular. Like, oh yeah, Mosey. Like, yeah, folk. Hey, folk, check it out. Color on that Mosey, folk. Like, hell no, folk. Hell no. But then this nigga, if I remember correctly, I don't know if it was last year or year before that, this nigga got like accused of like raping a girl or some shit. Like, I heard, now I'm not saying it's true or false. I just heard some shit about that. I don't know what the fuck going on with that. I heard some shit about that. It was crazy. This nigga, boy, but this nigga Mosey, I'm not gonna sit here and say like folks could have been big, because I mean, he was, I don't know, because I really never paid attention to Mosey, but let's see how folks threw his career away.
Lil Mosey, the rapper who seemingly threw his career away and disappeared. What exactly caused this?
If a woman brought you in this world, how could you treat a woman wrong in any type of way? And it's like, to be falsely accused of a situation like that.
Okay, so you're talking about it. Okay.
I'm blessed to be where I'm at. But things come with it, and things like this happen. I want to drop music every day. I wish I could drop every day. I want to drop every day. And I try so hard to be happy. I try so hard for me to get through it. But I'm
Then this nigga gets chain snatched too on camera. Like, there's a whole video of this shit too. Like, some niggas like snatching him and his homie. Not even really snatching the shit, literally taking the shit off their neck. Like, listen, I'm just saying there's a video of it. Just saying.
I'm not in the best state of mind. That's something growing up.
I feel you, man.
That. So down, that's worse than being a snitch. If people is calling me that, how am I gonna be dropping lit shit every day? Because that's not how I'm feeling.
Today I'm going to run down the reasons that are destroying Lil Mosey's career and decreasing his popularity day by day. The lyrical flow and lyrics that are specific to...
Don't get it twisted though. Y'all remember that fucked up ass freestyle he did on XXL. I woke up like I'm the man, some man. I woke up like I'm the man. Hey, folk, when was that shit? 2019? When was that shit, boy? Like 2019, 2024. Only real niggas remember that. Hey, folk. That nigga Mosey funny as hell, boy.
Lil Mosey's life had made him famous. When he was asked if the term mumble rapper could be applied to him, he replied,
wait, what did that shit say?
Career and decreasing his popularity day by day. The lyrical flow and lyrics...
Because the melody... I focus on the melody first because the melody to me is the most important part. It's where everybody likes it, it's where everybody falls in love with. I bring my iPhone freestyle 900. Okay, whatever.
They're specific to Lil Mosey's life have made him famous. When he was asked if the term mumble rapper could be applied to him, he replied, I wouldn't consider myself a mumble rapper because I don't know what that is. But when I talk, I mumble. Lathan Moses
nigga from that fucking XXL fucking freestyle, folks.
Lake Terrace, Washington, on January 25th, 2002, to a white mother and a half Puerto Rican, half black father. His mother raised him on Seattle's north side. He started rapping in his early teens and began his music career in 8th grade. Eccles began his high school career at Mount Lake to a white mother and a half Puerto Rican, half black father. His mother raised him on Seattle's north side. He started rapping in his early teens and began his music career in 8th grade. Eccles began his high school career at Mount Lake in 8th grade. Eccles began his high school career at Mount Lake Terrace High School before transferring
what the fuck is that nigga name?
And began his music
Lathan Echoes? Lathan or Lathan? Lathan. That look like a Lathan. What up, Lathan? Fucking
career in
what the
8th
fuck?
grade. Eccles began his
Chaz,
high
that
school
name
career at
Nathan.
Mount Lake Terrace High School before transferring to Shorecast High School in grade 10. Following the
So it's
success
mostly
of the
like
song
gangsters?
Pull
Is he
Up,
like
he
a
dropped out
gangster
of
or
high
some
school
shit?
and pursued his career
He like
really
super,
early
super
on,
gangster, like
traveling
super,
to Los
super savage
Angeles
and
to
all that
record.
goof ass shit?
Mosey published his first song to SoundCloud in 2016, and it was called So Bad. It rapidly received 50,000 views. Mosey competed and finished 4th at the Coast to Coast Live Seattle All Ages Edition on November 13th, 2016. Mosey's debut commercial single was Pull Up, his first released track. In the first 16 months after its debut, its music video had over 25 million views on YouTube.
Yeah,
Mosey released his second commercial song, Boof Pack, on March 14th, 2018. His music video was posted on Worldstar Hip Hop channel and gained over 13 million views on YouTube over a year later. Mosey released Noticed as his third commercial single 4 months later, coupled with a music video directed by the GOAT, Cole Bennett. The music video has since become one of the most popular on Lil Lemonade's channel with over 275 million views. Lil Mosey teased the new project by playing a clip of his new music during an interview with The Hollywood Fix on August 30th. Later, the project was revealed to be a new mixtape dubbed Universal. The mixtape will serve as a bridge between his debut album Certified Hitmaker and his impending third studio album, The Land of Make Believe. Mosey produced a video on his YouTube channel on October 1st, 2020, celebrating the world premiere of FIFA 21, which also serves as the trailer for Universal. Mosey appears in it wearing a bespoke jersey and performing a medley of his songs. Some of the songs included Bands Out the Roof, Blueberry Faygo, and Live This Wild. Lil Mosey was a quick rising star as a rapper, making a handsome amount of money, but then he stopped being as famous as he was before 2021. And here's why. It has to do with how the Mosey sound is fairly standardized now. That sound hadn't been used to the extent that we see it now, and everything is so congested, and that kind of sound is simply oversaturated. But back then, during Mosey's blow up, when he was starting to sort of break into the scene, he leveraged this sound and the fact that he was one of the first ones using it. He exploited that and used it to launch a very successful career. If he wants to continue using that similar sound, he must add more emotions to his songs, because it's clear it's no longer too effective. He now only creates 1 to 2 minute songs that, once heard, you almost never return to, or that you merely use as background noise and music. Well, that's just the quality of the songs, but the main reason that he's decreasing in popularity and fans is the young rapper and his criminal charges. In Lewis County, Washington on April 2nd, 2021, Eccles was charged with 1 count of second-degree. The alleged victim informed a detective after being called by the Morton
and that's what I was talking about right there.
Rapper and his criminal charges. In Lewis County, Washington on April 2nd, 2021,
that's when that shit happened.
Eccles was charged with 1 count of second-degree. The alleged victim informed a detective after being called by the Morton Police Department on January 6, 2020 that she went to a party with a friend and passed out after consuming champagne and White Claw alcoholic beverages that were served. She was later told that there was a videotape of the encounter, but she could not recall being assaulted. The victim originally claimed that she and her friend that she came with departed the cabin the next morning after waking up. The victim's acquaintance was questioned by the police department on January 9, 2020. She claimed to have a fuzzy memory of what happened that night. Not much concrete evidence yet, but things would get a lot worse for Lil Mosey.
False accusations is just, it's kind of crazy. And when I get proved innocent, I'ma put everything I can possibly behind this whole, I'ma just do the most I can for the people who are real victims and not falsely accusing people of this, because that happens.
In addition to the assault charge against him, Prater was also charged with 1 count of second-degree. The victim also mentioned that she had unidentified injuries on her arm, neck, and inner knee. The woman told the police later in an interview that she remembered blacking out and waking up to Eccles assaulting her in an upstairs bedroom. After that, Mosey neglected to appear in court as required, and an arrest warrant was issued for him. The rapper was represented by Amy Muth and Jennifer Atwood, who adamantly assert their client's innocence. On April 27th, the attorneys informed XXL in a statement, quote, "Neither Mosey was ever detained nor was he ever on the run. This accusation was just made known to him last week. His court date notification was delivered to the incorrect address. Mosey instructed his lawyers to speak with the prosecution as soon as they learned about the warrant. The prosecutor conceded that the warrant may be instantly quashed by the judge, whether he or she did. Mosey then showed up to court as soon as he had the chance. He wasn't deemed a flight risk by the judge, therefore no bail was set. Quote, Mosey made a non-guilty plea since he is completely innocent. We anticipate his innocence. The warrant Mosey's attorneys are referring to was issued for his arrest after he skipped last week's court date. The Chronicle reported on April 28th that the warrant had been revoked because Mosey had not lived at the address where the court hearing information was set for 5 years. The story also mentioned Mosey's legal team plea that he be permitted to take business trips outside of Washington to keep confirmed foreign tour dates in Portugal, Canada, and the United States for this year in 2022. They claim that
I ain't gonna lie, if you an artist, it's probably best to like do tours and shit. Like, well, not tours, you know, like little concerts and shit, like out the country. They be really showing a lot of artists love. out the country do they do in the U.S.? Like, it's crazy. I don't know why.
Granted the request. The judge said, quote, "I will allow the travel. It's not like he can go off and hide somewhere because that would make this so much worse." Eccles turned 18 on January 25th, 2020, so he was not yet an adult at the time of the occurrence. A pre-trial assault.
This nigga is that. I mean, that nigga is 20 years old now. That nigga only a year older than me. That's cool. What's his name? Oh. So he's 21 now, right? Okay.
A protective order forbids Eccles from approaching the victim or coming within 500 feet of her, and it also forbids him of owning a firearm or using narcotics. Eccles may spend as much as life in prison if found guilty, with a minimum sentence of 78 to 102 months.
Damn.
Eccles showed up at his pre-trial hearing on July 13th. In addition to the rape charge against Eccles, Prater was also charged with 1 count of second-degree rape. In July 2021, Joshua D. Darrow was added as a third defendant in the case. A pre-trial assault protective order has also been obtained for Darrow, who is now free on unsecured bond.
Okay, Shay, I'm sorry, Paul, but I just, I don't get this whole shit. It's like, my nigga, you can get any bitch in the world. You got all the clout, my nigga. All type of shit, right? You got the clout, fame, hoes. Like, I'm not saying he did this, but let's say he did, right? My nigga, you could really get any bitch in the world, folks. Like, why would you do some shit like this? Why? You could get any bitch in the world. Why is you raping girls? Like, why? Like,
Alongside co-defendants Francisco Prater and Joshua Darrow, Eccles will be tried in a joint trial. Darrow is accused of restraining the victim while Eccles and Prater assaulted her, and Prater is charged with assaulting the women as well. Currently out on a $50,000 unsecured bail is Lil Mosey. Initially scheduled to start on January 24th, 2022, the combined trial with co-defendants Prater and Darrow was postponed to July 18th, then again to December 12th, and finally scheduled to start on February 16 of 2023. This is likely one of the worst things that Mosey could have done in his career, and if he were to skip court, it would not help his case at all. It would definitely make him look like he definitely did something wrong. He's also now deleting posts on his Instagram page, which is likely something his label and manager forced him to do, but it doesn't help his case now at all. People cannot understand how Mosey could skip court without knowing anything that we do not know. That would damage his chances. Some claim that the girl is only acting in this manner for financial gain, given the girls frequently approach famous individuals in such a manner. Some are in favor of the girl, because a woman typically goes to social media first when she wants power or money, rather than keeping quiet about it and speaking to the police. However, this girl performed her duties exactly as she should have. She went to the police, told them what had happened, and then remained silent online, which makes this whole story from her really believable. If Lil Mosey is found guilty, his career is done, because he doesn't have the kind of fan base that would support him even if he was sent to prison. There are many rappers available that are willing to replace him. The penalty given to him would be very reasonable if he is found guilty and that he actually did the things she claimed that he'd done. If you made it here, I'd appreciate if you subscribe, and what do you think about this case?
Crazy.
Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Also, Happy New Year.
What the fuck, man? Like, I just don't get that shit. Like, damn. Like, how do you get any bitch in the world? Like, why? Like, folk, come on, G. Come on, folk. Come on, folk. It is never that motherfucker serious, man.